Mr. Dale.
They pitch in the 30?
No.
No?
Evidently he has a shoulder problem and can't throw. He's been shut down by their trainer. He's not even in the lineup.
Well, that changes things a lot.
So they're pitching that Carlson kid who came in relief last week against us.
Can't remember at the end. We hit him all right?
I would say, no, not real well. Maybe in the last inning.
That changes things a little bit.
We'll see.
We got another warm day here.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Hey, you're welcome anytime. Just bring the coffee with you. There you go.
I am wearing one. The windbreaker. This is the Preston Indians Pregame Show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and a happy Monday. Welcome back out here to the ballpark, Tony Hansen Field, as this afternoon the Preston Indians will once again take on the Century Diamondbacks here today. As the Indians, losers on Saturday at Pocatello against the Pocatello Indians, come into this game, making this game a elimination game here today. What does that mean? Well, for the loser of today's game, their season will be over. The winner will go on to face Pocatello again tomorrow afternoon at Hollowell Field in the first game of the championship of the district tournament. But whoever wins this game here today will have to beat Pocatello twice. So winning today and winning tomorrow at least, very important for the Preston Indians. Preston now 10-14 overall on the year as they come into today's game. Century is now 5-19 on the season. Tate Green goes to the mound today for the Preston Indians. Tate will bat leadoff and hit in the leadoff spot and do the pitching today, as it'll be Gunnar Trulson on the mound today for the Century Diamondbacks as well. Quick timeout. We'll come back, have a little more on the pregame show as we continue right after this.
KACA.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the ballpark here this afternoon as the Indians get ready to take on the Century Diamondbacks here this afternoon. Today will be the fifth meeting of the year between these two teams, as the Indians have won three out of the first four against the Diamondbacks, winning 6-1 in the first game of the year, as Braden Hess had a great game that day, had a couple of hits, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a triple. The second meeting that they met was the first game of the doubleheader that they played against each other, and actually Century won that game by a score of 11-5. Jed Anderson was 3 for 4, including an RBI, and scored 3 times in that game for the Diamondbacks. Preston then came back to win Game 3 by a 7-3 decision. Justin Inglet, 2 for 3 with an RBI in that game. And then, of course, last Friday, in the first game of the district tournament. Preston won that game 6-3. Chase Oxborough went 6 1/3 innings, struck out 11 on the way to the victory. He also went 3 for 3 with the bat in his hand, so he had quite the day indeed for the Preston Indians. So the meeting at home plate is going on. The two coaches meeting with the umpires, so we're not too far away from first pitch. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups for you as we continue right after this.
KACA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
No winner on Monday, so your next chance to win in the KCH Money Magnet Contest comes up during the 7 o'clock hour on Tuesday morning. Another $5 goes into the jackpot, and the jackpot will go up to $160. See if we can give it away on a Tuesday during the 7 o'clock hour. We'll call out that lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner. $160 in the jackpot on Preston's Home for Fun, Information and Music, FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, and the all-new KACH Radio.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
Let's go! Batter up! We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home run. But even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today.
It's time for Preston Indians baseball. The Indians of Summer hit the field as they look for a district title in summer's grand old game. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Chem Dry of Northern Utah. If you're in Cache or Box Elder County, they can clean and protect your home or business for greater peace of mind. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. And by S&T Electric. When you're doing remodeling, additions, or building a new home, they are there for all your electrical needs. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited.
Well, welcome to Preston Indians baseball, as today the Preston Indians take on the Century Diamondbacks. Dan Hubbard here at the ballpark. John Beverly is back in the studio, keeping us on the air this afternoon as we welcome you here to Tony Hansen Field here in Preston for this game here this afternoon. Starting lineups brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East in Preston. First in the lineup for the Century Diamondbacks, Jet Anderson will lead off. He is the third baseman. Tyler Schill, the catcher, will hit the 2 spot. Eli Blackhawk is the second baseman today. He'll hit third. His brother, Dick Deacon Blackhawk, is the shortstop. He hits in the 4 spot. The starting pitcher today for the Diamondbacks, Gunnar Trulson, is the hitting in the 5th spot. Blake Phelan hits 6th. He's in left field. Gabe Gramet bats 7th. He's at first base. Ben Cook is the center fielder. He'll hit 8th. And Ashton Ebarb is in right field, and he will hit 9th. Starting pitcher today for the Preston Indians is Tate Green, who rocks and comes home with the first pitch, and it's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. We'll give you the Preston lineup when they come up in the bottom half of the inning. So Green ahead, no balls and 1 strike, and the next pitch, that is up high, and it's 1-1. Tate, who's had mixed results on the mound this year, and I think he would tell you that, as the breaking ball, that's up high, and it's ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. So Green got the first pitch over and then falls behind at 2-1 as the next pitch is down low and it runs the count to 3 balls and no strikes. For Tate, this is his 9th appearance on the hill. Has an ERA of about 3 1/4 and the ball popped up in the infield. It's the shortstop, Justin Inglet, going out to make the catch for the out. So there's 1 out here in the top of the first, and that'll bring up Tyler Schill, the catcher. Schill, who had 1 hit and 3 at-bats back here on Friday in the last meeting between the two teams. Green ready out of the windup, comes home. The first pitch, breaking ball, little high, ball 1. Check that, strike 1. Here's the next pitch home, as that is up high again. And we'll correct ourselves here. It's 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 here to Tyler Schills. He hits second in the lineup today as that ball hits right straight foul back into the screen, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So for the Indians, you know, their tough luck had continued. Of course, they had beaten Century here on Friday. That snapped what had become a 6-game losing streak for them. But they went over as again Schill hits the ball foul off the screen, and it's 1-2. 1-2. Then they went over on Saturday morning and lost a game there against Pocatello in Game 2 of the district tournament. So Preston actually comes in 4 games under 500, and they've lost 6 of the last 7 overall in which they have played. But when you stop and you look at the teams that they have lost to, they have lost to some of the best teams in the state. So a ball and 2 strikes here on Tyler Schill as Green winds and comes home. And that ball popped up. Foul ground. Coming back to have a look is Tyler Madsen, but he's going to run out of room. And it stays at 1-2. The teams they have lost to, when you go back over this last 7 games, where they've lost 6 of the last 7, they've went 0-2 against Twin Falls. They lost 4 games against Pocatello and 1 game against Malad. Between them, those 3 teams, here's the 1-2, hit on the ground, and it's going to be past Hadley out into left field for a base hit. Then it gets away from the left fielder as Chug has a roll past him, and that's going to allow Schill to go to second base.
Reach it on two base.
So that'll be a single and an error as Chug let the ball get by him and allowed the runner Schill to move up. And that'll bring up Eli Blackhawk, the second baseman. The three teams that they had lost to over these last 7 games have a combined record. That's Twin Falls, Pocatello, and Malad, have a combined record of 48, 19, and 2 on the year. So when we talk about how they have lost to some of the best teams in the state, well, they really have. As Twin Falls, as the pitch is over for a strike and it's 0-1. Twin Falls certainly should be headed for the state tournament. Certainly Pocatello will be, unless the something drastic happens over the next few days. And Malad should be headed to the 2A state tournament as well, as that pitch over for a strike and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to count here on Eli Blackhawk, who is the second baseman this afternoon. Blackhawk, the younger of the 2 in the lineup. Green ready, looks back at second base, and comes home with the 0-2 pitch. Again, hit foul back into the screen. While we have a moment, let's set the guys with the leather, the Indians out in the field, as Chase Oxborough is playing first base today. Davin Inglett's the second baseman. Justin Inglett is the shortstop, and Trevon Hadley is the third baseman. The outfield from left to right is Carson Chug in left. Braden Hess is in center field today, and the right fielder is Damon Wynn, as the pitch home again off the knuckles this time and hit foul, and it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The catcher today is Ashton Madsen, and on the mound, Tate Green. Green started up with the hands and backed off, and hold on, now he wants to get together with Madsen to go over the signs, make sure they know exactly what they're doing with Schill out there at second base. No room for mistakes today, as the loser goes home and gets ready for summer and gets ready for golf, if that's what they choose to do over the summer, or get ready to go to their AAU teams, whatever they're going to do over the summer. That's what the loser of today's game will do. The winner has a date with the Pocatello Indians tomorrow, as again the pitch is hit foul off the first base side, and it stays at 0-2. One thing we noticed when you got out here to the ballpark today, it looks like, and I can't confirm this, but I was told that there's a little bit of a sibling rivalry between the baseball and the softball teams going on, as the pitch again hit foul by Blackhawk. Green coming home with good pitches, but Blackhawk just keeps fouling them off. The other day, when the boys got here for their practice, they had to go out and all of their little rubber flip balls that they hit were strewing all over the field. They had to go out and pick them all up. Well, they believe that the girls' softball team was responsible for that. So when you show up at the ballpark today, it looks as if the boys had gotten back at the girls. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball just missed, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The tires that normally sit outside of the girls' dugout over on the softball field have made their way to 2 different locations. There is a pyramid of tires now up on top of the dugout for the girls' dugout over on the softball field. As Blackhawk hits that, slices the ball into right center, it's going to get down. Wynn over to cut it off, and then dropped it. He's got to stop and pick it up again. And coming home to score is Schill, and it's 1-0 on the RBI single by Eli Blackhawk. So Century will break on top here this afternoon as they get back-to-back hits. And that will bring up Deacon Blackhawk, the shortstop. Just to complete the thought on the tire shenanigans, not only are there a pyramid of tires on the girls' dugout, but there's also another pile of tires that are right around the pitcher's circle on the softball field. So if the girls get ready for practice today, they're going to have to move a bunch of tires out on the field before they can have practice. Speaking of the girls, they open tournament play tomorrow as they will take on Pocatello tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 over at Century High School, and the winner would then move over to the other field there at Century and then play the Diamondbacks immediately after. So potentially the girls have possibly a doubleheader on their plate for tomorrow as we'll go to first base and Blackhawk back to the bag. So Deacon Blackhawk, the shortstop, who was 1 for 3 the other day on Friday, struck out, singled, scored a run. As Green ready again, comes home. Blackhawk shows bunt, rolls it foul. And it's 0-2 on the Century shortstop. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Deacon climbs back in, hits from the right side. Eli Blackhawk gets away from the lead over at first base, being held there by Chug. And the next pitch is a breaking ball that stayed up in the zone a little bit, but Blackhawk was able to hit it foul back into the screen and again stays at 0-2. So Eli Blackhawk back to first base again. Deacon back into the box. Looks down to the third base coach. Has the sign that he wants. Climbs back in. Hits from a pretty open stance and then dives in with that front foot and just about dove into a pitch up and in, as he just did get the hands out of the way. And that's ball 2 rather, as Tate came up and in to him to try to keep him back off the plate a little bit and try to set up a pitch here at 2-2. After trying to back him off the plate, let's see if they go down and away, like with a breaking pitch here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Nope, they go up and in again. And now the count runs, I believe, is full, 3-2. Still only 1 out. The leadoff hitter, Jed Anderson, popped up. Schill singled, went to second on an error against the right fielder. And then came home on Eli Blackhawk's RBI single. As it's 1-0 here, just the top of the first inning here today, as the next pitch is swung on and missed.
Deacon Blackhawk goes down on strikes.
Blackhawk goes down on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Tate Green. And the second out of the inning, and now here's his opposite number, the starting pitcher today for Century, Gunnar Trulson at the plate. Trulson, who was 0 for 3 in the game here on Friday, struck out 3 times and takes that pitch up and in, ball 1. He was the left fielder who came in relief of the starting pitcher that day, who was Austin Ebarb, who starts the game today in right field for Century. The 0-1 is checked out. The 1-0 rather is hit foul over by the softball field, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. A little bit of a cloud cover, some broken clouds off in the distance, but it certainly looks a lot brighter than it did here about 2 hours ago when that storm cell started to move through. We got some light rain, but not enough to really make a mess out of the field, as the field is in actually pretty good shape as the pitch is up and in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. I asked the coaches when we got here. It was just starting to sprinkle when I arrived here about 1:30, and I looked at him and I said, "Well, we going to play?" And he said, "Yep, absolutely." As the pitch, they pull back on the bunt attempt. As the pitch is dropped by Madsen and down to second base, will go Eli Blackhawk. He was running on the pitch, so it'll be a stolen base. So 2 outs, and Deacon Blackhawk, or Eli rather, moves into scoring position. And it's 3-1 on Gunnar Trulson. The 3-1 pitch on the corner, and it's called a strike, and it's now 3-2. So Green trying to get away cheaply enough, only allowing 1 run in the first inning. Comes set quickly, and here's the 3-2. And Trulson fights it off and hits it just enough and gets enough of it to spin it out of Madsen's glove. And it stays at 3-2. Blake Phelan, the right fielder, waiting on deck. Here again, the 3-2 pitch. He's looking, and it's strike 3 called. So Tate gives up a run on a couple of hits, but comes back and strikes out 2 men in the inning. As the Century Diamondbacks get a run, 2 hits. There was 1 error, and they leave 1 on base here in the top of the first inning as well. After a half inning, we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Century 1 and the Preston Indians coming to bat.
KACA. It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo Robotic Assistance System at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and...
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
KACH.
So we move along here to the bottom of inning number 1 this afternoon as Century gets an unearned run in the top of the inning. And we'll go to the bottom of inning number 1. We'll give you the Preston lineup here as they come up for the first time. Tate Green leads off. He's the starting pitcher today for the Indians. Ashton Madsen, the catcher, will hit in the 2-hole. And Chase Oxborough, the first baseman, will hit number 3. Justin Englert is the shortstop. He'll bat in the 4-hole. Devin Englert, the second baseman, hits 5th. And Trayvon Hadley, the third baseman, hits number 6. Damon Green is in right field, or Damon Wynn, rather, is in right field. He'll hit 7th. Braden Hess, the center fielder, hits 8th, and Carson Chugg bats 9th, and he's over in left. So here we go, bottom of the first inning, and the first pitch to Tate Green is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Green, who was hitting .418 on the regular season, as the pitch misses inside, and it is 1 ball and 1 strike. Green 1 for 3 on the day on Saturday. The one hit that he had was a double, and he also struck out once in that game at Pocatello over at Hollowell Field, and swings and misses here, and it's 1-2. He did pretty well head-to-head against Century this year in the 4 previous games. After going hitless in the first game, he had 1 hit in each of the next 3. As the next pitch is up high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. He finished the season, or at least the 4 games that have been played head-to-head against Century. He's 3 for 11 against them, but he's gotten on base quite a bit. He's also walked 4 times. The breaking pitch from Terrelson, however, falls right on the corner, and Green goes down looking here to open the bottom of the first inning.
Madsen now the batter for the Indians.
So here's Ashton Madsen. Madsen, the catcher this afternoon. He'll turn around and hit from the left side. And the first pitch to Ashton is down low, ball 1 ball with no strikes. Madsen, tough day on Saturday. Of course, the whole team had pretty much a tough day. They only had 4 hits the entire contest against Pocatello. That was stopped after 5 innings by the mercy rule as the pitch is outside, ball 1 ball and 1 strike is what the umpire says. So that's what we'll go with, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, misses well outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Madsen was 0 for 3 in that game against Pocatello. As Brady Birch was the starting pitcher that day, and he has proved to be tough in his 2 outings against Preston. As that pitch is hit foul, and it's counting now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Madsen. Ashton 1 for 3 last Friday, head-to-head against Century. Trying to get aboard here for Preston here in the bottom of the first inning as the 2-2 pitch is outside and runs the count full, 3-2. Outfield medium deep, but the 2 corner outfielders in left and in right play way out over toward the line. That leaves Madsen a lot of room in the gaps in the power alleys. As the pitch is on the hands, Madsen hits it foul back into the screen, and it stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ashton 4 for 14 overall this year head-to-head against Century. And 2 of the 4 hits that he had were for extra bases as he swings and misses and strikes out. So 2 down. As Terrelson gets back-to-back strikeouts to open the first inning. And now here is Chase Oxborough.
Oxborough now the batter.
Chase also went hitless in the game on Saturday over at Pocatello. He was 0 for 3 in the game. As the first pitch is a breaking ball, it misses down and in, ball 1. Chase, however, really came out swinging the hot bat against Century here last Friday. In that game, he was 3 for 3 with a walk, and he was also hit by a pitch. So he was on base 5 times in that game against Century here last Friday afternoon. As the pitch is outside, it's ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Of course, swinging the hot bat against Century is nothing new for Chase. He's been doing that all year long. The 2-0 misses outside, ball 3. Chase in an even 500 on the year head-to-head against the Diamondbacks and comes into the game today hitting .375 on the season against all comers. And the 3-0 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike as they really look like they do not want to come into Oxborough here today. They want to try to stay away from him. So 3 pitches on the outside edge. And here's the 3-1 pitch. Again, they'll go away, but this one's too high, and it's a 2-out walk to Chase Oxborough. So Chase heads down to first base, and that'll bring up Justin Inglet, the catcher. Inglet, just like Oxborough before him really had some of his best days this year head-to-head against Century, as he had 5 hits and 14 at-bats head-to-head against the Diamondbacks, and takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Had a pair of extra base hits, drove in 3 runs, walked a couple of times against them. And the next pitch home, it is on the corner again, and it's 0-2. So Trulson jumps ahead of Justin Inglet here with 1 out, with 2 outs and a man at first base in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 0-2 offering, and it's hit foul back into the screen. Justin had 1 hit in the game at Pocatello on Saturday. He doubled, but he also struck out once. So 0-2 the count here on Inglet. 2 outs, Oxborough over at first, being held there by Gramet. And the pitch home misses off the plate. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2. And the 1-2 offering to Inglet, hit off the end of the bat. Gramet off the bag, will play it. He'll carry it to the bag himself. And the inning is over.
Play for the 3rd out.
No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left for the Indians. We're done with an inning. As we go to the 2nd here today, it is Century 1 and Preston nothing.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
KACH.
Second inning, 1-0 Century, as Blake Phelan leads it off here for the Diamondbacks in the top of inning number 2. Phelan followed by Gabe Gramet and then Ben Cook, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup. As Phelan hit the first pitch foul, and Tate Green's 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and he jumps ahead of the Century left fielder. No balls and 2 strikes. Green ready again, the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Gets him on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
For out number 1.
As he collects his second strikeout. Check that, make it his 3rd strikeout, his 3rd in a row, as a matter of fact. And now here is Gabe Gramet, the first baseman.
Gabe Gramet, the batter.
Gramet 0 for 3 here on Friday, reached on an error and scored a run. As the first pitch is over for a strike. Boy, Gramet didn't necessarily agree with the call and kind of looks back at the umpire a couple of times to question the call a little bit, but now finally climbs back in. Here's the 0-1. Big overhand breaking pitch. Stays a little high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Misses outside again with a breaking pitch, and it goes to 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Gabe Gramet. And the 2-1 offering off speed. He's way out in front of it. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So an unearned run in the top of the first inning for a Century. They're clinging to that 1-0 lead, and that pitch chipped in the air toward right field. It's Wynn coming up to make the catch, and there's 2 outs.
Catch. Route number 2.
So with 2 outs, it'll bring up Ben Cook. Cook, the center fielder.
Cook now batting.
Cook struck out, lined out, and single. He was 1 for 3 here on Friday. As Green comes home, he really comes inside as Cook fought it off and then just hit a little lazy fly ball down to the third base coach. As that ball really in on the hands. Good thing he had an aluminum bat. If that was a wooden bat, it would have shattered into 1,000 splinters. Here's the 0-1. He reaches out and pokes it to right field. Wynn came in. Now it comes over toward the line a little bit. And as Tate Green will set the side down in order here in the top of inning number 2. So after an inning and a half, it's still Century 1, Preston nothing.
KACH.
You're the yard work hero. Aligner of edges, trimmer of hedges, and slayer of weeds. When it comes to your lawn, power moves are the only moves you make. That's why you just applied IFA's Crabgrass Preventer plus Lawn Food for quick green up and long-lasting weed prevention. IFA's Crabgrass Preventer plus Lawn Food. It's the ultimate lawn owner power move.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any...
KACH.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Century. After Preston sent 4 men to the plate in the bottom of the first here this afternoon, as Devin Inglet will lead off here in the bottom of the second for the Indians. Still looking for their first hit in the game. Davin hitting .404 on the year. So Inglet at the plate. Sometimes catcher, sometimes second baseman. And the first pitch, breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. One thing that Davin does do on a pretty consistent basis is hits pretty well with that .404 average on the regular season. Here's the 0-1. Hit in the air. That's going to slice its way toward foul territory and make it there, and it'll be 0-2. Davin, who had one of the 4 hits for Preston on Saturday against Pocatello. It was 3 for 14 on the year against Century, but 2 of his 3 hits went for extra bases as the 0-2 pitch. Little breaking ball missed outside. And it's 1-2. Juleson ready. That ball ripped towards center field, but it's going to be hit right at Cook, who hardly even had to move. About a half a step back over towards straightaway center field to retire Davin England. And there's one out here in the bottom of the second inning, and here is Trevin Hadley. Hadley as he comes up, as first pitch misses outside, ball one, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield pretty much straight away against Hadley, who did not play in all the games against Centuries. That pitch misses upstairs, and it's 2-0. The few at-bats that he had against them, he had 4 hits and 9 at-bats, and also walked a couple of times this year against the Diamondbacks. Juleson ready, comes home, the 2-0, popped up. See if they can have a play. Here comes Schill back toward the screen, but it hits off the top of the screen. It's a foul ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Today's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street in Preston. Call 852-0810. That's 852-0810. 2 balls and a strike on the Preston third baseman, and the 2-1 pitch is poked toward left center. See, it might fall. It's going to fall right in between the trio of Diamondback players, as Hadley couldn't have hardly walked out and set it in a better position. And Preston has their first hit of the game here today. A little flare single by Trevin Hadley, and that'll bring up Damon Wynn.
Win the batter.
Wynn, who started in right field on Saturday against Pocatello. And here's the first pitch to Damon. It's slashed foul off the right field side, and it's 0-1. Wynn, who got the start against Pokey, made the most of his opportunity, had 1 hit and two at-bats. He doubled and struck out in the game. The 0-1. That's ripped toward left field. That's going to be in for a hit. And then it takes a weird hop and bounces away from Phelan. Hadley's going to come to third, and they're going to wave him in. The cutoff, the relay throw, as they throw back to second in time, and they get the out there, but Hadley scored. And the Kenny England over this third base coach's box is fit to be tied. He can't believe they called Wynn out, but they did. Wynn singles and then is out after rounding second base, out trying to get back 7-6-4, and Hadley able to come in eventually on what will be ruled as an error against the left fielder, Phelan. So each team with an error made by an outfielder that's led directly to a run, as Braden Hess up there took the first pitch for ball 1. Next pitch to Braden, a little slow roller in the infield. It's under the glove of both a pair of infielders, and Hess is going to be safe.
Hess is safe on first.
A little squib hit in the infield. Anderson charged, had it go under his glove, and by the time Blackhawk got there, he couldn't make a play either. So a little squib hit in the infield for Braden Hess. And with 1 out, check that with 2 outs, I should say. There's a runner at first base for Preston. And now here's the number 9 hitter, Carson Chug. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. So a 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the second. Oh, 0-1 the count on Chug. The 0-1 pitch on the way, popped up. Coming back toward the screen to have a look is Schill, but he's not going to have a play. And Chug now behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So Hess with an infield hit, standing over at first with 2 outs. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch home to Chug is a fastball that's high, 1-2. Chug was 0 for 1 on Saturday against Pokey. Struck out and walked. Trulson ready again, comes home, next pitch again, breaking pitch, misses off the plate, and it's 2-2. Of course, for Chug, he has struck out 3 times this year against Century. 2 of them came in the game here last Friday. Next pitch swung on and missed. Good pitch by Trulson. Came in hard with a fastball in on the hands that Chug could not fight off, and that's the 3rd out. But Preston gets a run on a pair of hits actually make it 3 hits in the inning. There was an error, and they leave 1 man left here in the bottom of the 2nd inning as well. We're done with 2. We'll go to the 3rd after 2 innings. It's Preston 1 and Century 1.
KACH.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
There are lots of reasons why Sanders Furniture has been in business for 88 years. One reason is the quality brand appliances and furnishings you can get when you shop at Sanders Furniture, like Amana, Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. You'll also find comfortable recliners and seating, tables, beds and mattresses, home decor, and accents. If you like to shop where you're appreciated without a bunch of pressure from the salesman, then make sure you stop by Sanders Furniture today. We appreciate every customer. 148 South Main Street, Soda.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Austin Ebarb leads it off here in the top of the 3rd inning for Century, and the first pitch misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Ebarb, then back at the top of the order, Anderson and Schill do up after him. Here's the 1-0. Again, Green up high. That breaking pitch just kind of rolled out of his hand, kind of a cement mixer like they call it. It just stayed up high. It just spun. There was no bite to it. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Bunted. Back to the pitcher. Green down to get it. He'll throw to first in time for the out. So Ebarb tries to bunt his way on. Bunts it too hard. Hit it right back to Green, who threw him out. We go back to the top of the order now and Jet Anderson. Anderson, a pop-up, his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
Jet Anderson, the batter.
Anderson over at 3rd. And he takes the first pitch, but he went too far, and it's 0-1. Anderson struck out a pair of times back here on Friday, singled, also popped up. He was 1 for 4 in that game, and takes that pitch outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Very little wind here this afternoon. That's good to see as the breaking pitch over again, and it's 1-2. Old Glory out in left field, just barely flicking around out there. Last couple of games Preston has played here, the wind has really swirled and blown quite hard as that pitch is down low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. With the storm that went through earlier, you can still see some clouds off over the mountains and back toward the north. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That bounces up there and runs the count full against Anderson, 3-2. So it bears mentioning that there's already been a game canceled in the big leagues today, but it was canceled very early on. The game in Denver between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres canceled because of weather, as that pitch again hit foul. And it stays again at 3-2. That game wasn't supposed to start until for another couple of hours. And was called very early this afternoon as a pitch hit foul. So whatever weather went through Denver really caused enough problems to where they canceled the game, and the two teams will play a doubleheader coming up on Wednesday. Here's the 3-2 pitch again. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 4 for Tate Green as Anderson chased the ball up above the hands. So 2 outs here in the top of the third, and here's Tyler Schill.
Tyler Schill, the batter.
Schill singled to right, and when Wynn came up to try to make the play, he kind of boxed the ball around a little bit. It bounced away from him. That allowed Schill to move up to second base, and eventually came home on the hit by Eli Blackhawk. The run ended up being unearned, charged against Green. The first pitch here to Schill, popped up, foul ground. Can they get to it? No. Placed perfectly, just halfway between first and third, or between home and third, and nobody could get to it, and it's 0-1 on the Century catcher. So no balls and 1 strike on Schill. 2 outs, top of the third. Pitch home is up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Today's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Remember, their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. As again, the pitch hit foul off the first base side, and it's 1-2. Webb Funeral Home. You know them, you trust them, they're here to stay. So a ball and 2 strikes on Schill. Green ready, rocks to the motion. Here's the 1-2. Hit right back at him. Wow! As the ball falls and just Schill, and Green goes down 2. It'll be an infield hit, but hold on. Let's check on Green and make sure he's okay. As that was a rocket right back into the middle, and the ball fell right straight down, and so did Green. Coaching staff and the trainer all out to check on him, make sure he's okay. As Tyler went down, kind of rolled back and forth a little bit, and he's holding, looks like he's holding his arm. I'm sure that maybe he took that line drive off the hand or wrist, or maybe up the forearm, whatever it was. It was hit hard. And of course, with an aluminum bat anyway, as Green kind of flexes his hand a little bit and now gets up and picks up the glove, kind of rotating his arm around a little bit, make sure he's okay. As the coaching staff standing there, the trainer doesn't look too concerned. And now he wants a ball. He wants to be able to throw a couple. As big hand for Tyler, for Tate Green as he gets back up to his feet. So Manson comes back and settles back in behind the plate and give Tate a chance to throw a couple of pitches here.
Blackhawk will be the batter.
And it looks like he's got good velocity still, and he seems to be okay. So Schill reaches on his second hit of the day, as that one right back at the pitcher, and thankful to say that Tate Green, no worse for wear. So here's Eli Blackhawk now at the plate as Green continues to throw a couple to make sure he's okay. And now Blackhawk will come up as the home plate umpire kind of dusts the plate off a little bit, and we're ready to go. Here's Eli Blackhawk, who singled home the run back in the first inning. So 2 outs, top of the third, runner over at first. And Green comes home with the first pitch. Nope, they're going to go to first base, and back to the bag over there is Schill. Blackhawk had showed bunt, but I think it was just more of a case that he was just going to take the pitch no matter what. As Green ready again, and again he shows bunt. There goes the runner. The throw is on a bounce and on the wrong side of the bag, and Schill will steal second base. First stolen base of the day for the Century Diamondbacks. That single by Schill, single by Schill broke a string of 7 consecutive outs recorded by Green, as the pitch is missing down and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So 1 ball and 1 strike the count, and the pitch is hit foul. Now it's 1-2 on Eli Blackhawk. So we told you about the rain out in Denver today. There is 1 game already in progress. We'll go through all the major league games coming up in the next half inning. As kind of falling away was Blackhawk. He was fooled by the breaking ball, hit it on the ground to the shortstop. Justin Inglet straightens and throws him out, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, a hit, and 1 left for Century here in the top of the 3rd as we go bottom 3 in a 1-1 tie.
KACH.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
KACH.
Bottom of the 3rd inning in a 1-1 tie. And Preston will start from the top of the order. Tate Green, Ashton Madsen, and Chase Oxborough due up here in the bottom of inning number 3. And this inning brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for all of your insurance coverage needs. 85 South State Street in Preston is where you'll find them. Stop in and get your competitive quote today, or give them a call at 852-2500, 852-2500. As Tate Green walks to home plate, hands the plate umpire an old foul ball that was brought back in. And we're ready to go here in the bottom of inning number 3 as Tyler Schill, the guy who hit the line drive back up the middle in the last half inning. The catcher comes by, and with Green coming up to the plate, they bump fists. He tells him he's sorry, nothing personal, for hitting him with that line drive. Make sure he was okay, and Green rolls the first pitch foul down past third, and down the line, and it's 0-1. Green, a strikeout victim his first time up, took a called 3rd strike in the bottom of the 1st inning this afternoon. Next pitch home from Churlson, misses outside, and it's a ball and a strike. So games around Major League Baseball already underway. There's just one, as Cincinnati playing in Pittsburgh today. They're just in the first inning, as that pitch is down low, ball 2 balls and a strike. And that game's scoreless, Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, as they play in the bottom of inning number 1. 2 balls and a strike on Green. The next pitch is ripped to center, but again hit right at Cook. Boy, Green hit it right pretty much on the screws, but hit it on the line rather than getting it up a little bit. And he hit it right at the center fielder for the first out, and that brings up Ashton Madsen. Madsen also struck out his first time up. Other games today, Boston playing in Baltimore against the Orioles this afternoon. That game should be getting started any time. Angels also on the road. They're in Houston today. As a pitch to Madsen misses outside, ball 1. Angels getting back on the winning side after taking 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers over the weekend. Next pitch home. That's ripped to right field. That's in for a hit. So Madsen has his first hit, and that ball bounces away from Ebarb. And there goes Madsen for second, and he's in there with a dive.
Madsen stretches that one out for a double.
So Madsen singles to right. Took a funny hop. Bounced away from Ebarb. Ebarb will get a drawn error, and that'll put the go-ahead run at second base with 1 out here in the third. Now here's Chase Oxborough. Chase walked his first time up here this afternoon. First pitch to Chase. Finally, they come into him, but it's down low. Ball 1, 1 ball with no strikes. Florida Marlins out here on the West Coast. They're in Phoenix today. They'll take on the Diamondbacks tonight. Rangers are in the Bay Area. They have San Francisco. And in a rather short schedule as far as the Major League Baseball is concerned today on a Monday, as a pitch to Oxborough is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Those are the only games scheduled. We told you about the one postponement from earlier today, as Colorado and San Diego postponed because of weather in Denver. As Oxborough rolls the pitch foul over by the first base side, and it's now 1-2 on the Preston first baseman. So a ball and 2 strikes, time called as again our home plate umpire goes out to dust off home plate. Oxborough at second base, or check that, I should say Madsen at second base, Oxborough at the plate. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball to the right side. In fact, it gets through as Eli Blackhawk can't get to it. Here comes Madsen home to score, and Preston has their first lead of the day. So Oxborough picks up an RBI, gives Preston the lead as Madsen scampers home. And it's 2-1. Back-to-back hits here in the inning for the Indians. So now here is Justin Inglet. Justin hit the ball on the ground the first time up, but he hit it right to the first baseman, Gramet, who carried it to the bag for the out. And the first pitch misses down and away, ball 1, 1 ball with no strikes. Preston, who has shown a little bit of a power shortage the past few games. The hits that they've had as the pitch is up high and they bluff the throw to first base, and Oxborough dives back into the bag anyway. A lot of the hits they have had of late have been gone as singles, as they have not been able to flex their muscles very much of late. Next pitch to England is a line drive to third. They throw back to first in time, double play. That's the second game in a row Preston has lined into a double play like that, as they did the same thing against Pocatello on Saturday. So England hits it right on the screws and lines into a double play. As Oxborough can't get back in time, he's out at first, and Preston's gone here in the bottom of the third. But they get a run on a pair of hits. There was an error and nobody left. We're done with 3. Preston now has the lead, as it's Preston 2, Century 1.
KACH.
No winner on Monday, so your next chance to win in the KCH Money Magnet Contest comes up during the 7 o'clock hour on Tuesday morning. Another $5 goes into the jackpot, and the jackpot will go up to $160. See if we can give it away on a Tuesday during the 7 o'clock hour. We'll call out that lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner. $160 in the jackpot on Preston's Home for Fun, Information and Music, FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, and the all-new KACH Radio.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACH.
Deacon Blackhawk leads it off here as we go to the top of inning number 4. Preston on top 2-1. First pitch to Blackhawk was a ball. The next pitch is a breaking pitch from Tate Green over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Blackhawk, a strikeout victim his first time up. 4 strikeouts in the game for Green as Deacon hits the pitch foul back into the screen, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. That bounces up there, pitch in the dirt. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes as Green tried to spin one up there and bounced it. Then it goes to the backstop, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're telling you about the kind of the power outage that Preston had gone through in recent games as the pitch rolled foul up along the third base line. Even though Preston had scored 6 runs in the game here last Friday against Century. That's their high water mark that they had scored in the last 7 games. Before that, in that 6 of the 7 they had lost, they haven't scored more than 2 runs in a game. Ground ball to short. Nice play by Inglet to play the English hop and to throw him out. So 1 out. Devin had to kind of wait on it and see where the ball was going to bounce and which way it was going to bounce. And they'd be able to hang with the play and throw out the runner over at first base.
That's true.
So there's 1 out. And now here is Gunnar Trulson, the pitcher who struck out looking his first time up. First pitch is a breaking ball, misses inside ball. Green ready again, comes home. Here's the next pitch. And that is over for a strike, and it's 0-2 apparently. No balls and 2 strikes. Yes, it is. Green box. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's up on the inside corner, and he gets Trulson looking again for the second time today. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Green, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And that'll bring up Blake Phelan, who also went down on strikes his first time up. In fact, he went down on 3 pitches to lead off the top of the second inning. Outfield straight away against Phelan. Medium deep, and the first pitch from Green. He's taking and takes it inside, ball 1. Preston had been able to hit the ball well this year. As that pitch gets away a little bit from Green, goes behind him, it's 2-0. You know, they haven't had any very many extra base hits of late. They have a total of 50 on the year. 38 of those 50 of the 2-base variety. 10 triples, and of course the 2 home runs. One by Justin Inglet and one by Chase Oxborough. As the next pitch is a breaking ball. They ask, no swing, says the base umpire, and it's 3-0. Green standing both feet on the rubber, rocks and comes home. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's a called strike, and it's now 3-1. Of course, Century, and Preston plays in just as big a ballpark as Century does. Century plays all of their home games also at Hollowell Field, just like Pocatello does. But Century has not hit nearly as many extra base hits as Preston has this year. They only have 14. As that ball hit in the air along the left field line, they're giving chase, but it's going to land out of play and untouched. And again, Phelan will come back at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of inning number 4. So Phelan picks up the bat. Ready to come back to work, climbs back in. Green back up on top of the new ball. And the right-hander rocks and comes home. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Phelan. Breaking ball, got him inside corner as he gets up 2 more strikeouts in the inning. Phelan goes down for the second time today as well as he sets the side down in order. Green does for the second time today. So we're done with 3.5 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Preston 2, Century 1.
KACH.
We've all heard it said, if you aren't first, you're last. So why not start out first with the #1 brand for driver appeal and initial quality for mass market brands when you celebrate Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Celebrate with 0% financing for 72 months or other cash discount offers on select models. Rules apply. So we ask, are you going to be first or last? Choose to be first with Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
WestMotorCompany.com.
KACH. KACH.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH. KACH.
Devin Inglet will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning here for the Preston Indians as the first pitch from Trulson bounces up there, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Devin Inglet followed by Trevin Hadley and then Damon Wynn. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the lineup here for the Indians. Remember, the winner goes to Pocatello tomorrow to face the Indians as that ball's grounded foul just outside of third. As it's now 1 ball and 1 strike here on Devin Inglet. Inglet flew out to center his first time up. He's 0 for 1 today. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Indians. 1 run, 3 hits for Century as we play here in the bottom of the 4th. As the next pitch, a breaking ball that's over for a strike, and it's 1-2. We were telling you about all of the facts that the Preston had the kind of the power outage. Well, the San Diego Padres had kind of gone through the same thing the last couple of weeks as Inglet hits the ball in the air to right field. Ebarb comes up, makes the catch, and there's 1 out here at the bottom of the 4th. First out, and here's Trevin Hadley, singled, scored a run, put the Preston Indians on top back in the 2nd inning as he came in on the hit by Damon Wynn. But the San Diego Padres were able to exercise some power outage demons, if you will, yesterday against the San Francisco Giants, as in a stretch of about 12 pitches by Johnny Cueto of the Giants, as the pitch is down low, ball 1 to Hadley. In a stretch of about 12 pitches by Johnny Cueto, the Padres hit about 900 feet of home runs. As the pitch again outside, this time bounces in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Cueto hung a slider to Jake Coppenworth, and he hit a ball into the right field seats that was measured at 445 feet as the 2-0 pitch misses outside again, and it's ball 3, 3 balls and no strikes. Later in that inning, Cueto hung a pitch to Fernando Tatis, and you know right away that Tatis did not miss it. Here's the 3-0 pitch. It's low, ball 4, and Hadley will draw a walk. So 1 out, 1 on. That'll bring up Damon Wynn, who singled his first time up. Tatis hit a ball that was measured at 554 feet as he hit it into the right center field bleachers beyond the home bullpen there in San Diego, as Cueto had certainly thrown gasoline on what was the smoldering fire of the San Diego Padre offense. As the first pitch to Wynn bounces up there, nice block at home plate by Schill, so no advancement at first base by Hadley. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Those 2 home runs the Padres hit were just part of an 11-0 barrage as the pitch is in the dirt, gets away from Schill, and down to second base will go Hadley. It'll be a wild pitch.
Hadley advances on the wild pitch.
Time called as the coaches for the Diamondbacks are going to make their way out to come out and talk to Trilson for a moment. So the Padres rode those 2 big home runs on to an 11-1 win over the Giants yesterday, as the 2 blasts sparked what was a much-needed offensive breakout by the Padres, who avoided the sweep and crept back to within a game and a half of San Francisco in the standings. And, of course, the Padres rained out today in Colorado. Today's game brought to you in part by Fellows Chiropractic. If you've overdone it on the field of play, need an adjustment or a massage, Fellows Chiropractic can help you out at 8 South State Street here in Preston, or give them a call at 852-2240. That's 852-2240 for Fellows Chiropractic. 2 balls and no strikes. The count on Damon Wynn. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Hadley at second base after advancing there on the wild pitch, and the next pitch is swung on and missed by Wynn as he tried to audition like he wanted to hit in the Padres lineup and hit one into the next county, and he came up empty. And it's 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Thumbed this time. He hits it at the third baseman. No further play. So Wynn lines out. Quotation marks around lines out as he kind of hit it off the hands and didn't hit it that hard. But it was Anderson to come down and play the line drive for the out. So there's 2 outs. And now here's Braden Hess, who singled to center his first time up here today. First pitch to Hess. He is on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Strike zone getting a little bit wide here as we make our way through the middle innings here. Trulson sets again, looks back at second. The next pitch to Hess, sets hit foul off the right field side, and Braden behind in the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Preston got a run at the bottom of the second, took the lead with a single run at the bottom of the third. After Century scored a run at the top of the first inning, an unearned run on a single, an error, and another single as the 0-2 pitch to Hess stays up high, and it's 1-2. It was nice to see Braden get a hit his first time up here today. He had struggled a bit of late, the last 7 or 8 games offensively. In fact, they used the designated hitter for him on Saturday at Pocatello when he was the starting pitcher, as that's a 55-foot curveball from Trulson that bounces up there. Schill has to throw his body in front of it to keep it from going to the backstop and keep Hadley at second base. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 on Hess with 2 outs. Here's the pitch home. Little ground ball back to the mound. Trulson will spear that, throw to first in time, and Hess is out for out number 3. No runs, a walk, and 1 man left. As we're done with 4, we move along here to the 5th after 4 innings complete. It's Preston 2, Century nothing. Check that, Century 1, I should say.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable.
We are Dairy West. That means we are milk people, family people, animal people, people people. We are environment-loving people, giving back people, job-creating people, and glass all the way full people. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Move along to the 5th here as the first pitch to Gabe Gramet is over for a strike, and the 0-1 pitch hit on the ground. That's played by Inglet, knocks it down, throws, and still able to make the play at first base on a great stretch at first by Oxborough. Ball was hit hard enough that Justin Inglet misplayed it, but the ball fell right at his feet. He was able to gather himself and throw, and Oxborough, with a big stretch at first, reached out and brought it in. Great play at both ends, and there's one out in the inning, and now here's Ben Cook. Cook flew out to right field his first time, and Green comes right back and gets the pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch, again, ground ball to short. Inglet has this time much cleaner, but again, able to make the play over to first base. So 2 outs. Green is now retired 6 in a row since that line drive that he took off of him, hit by Tyler Schill. And now here is Austin Ebarb. Ebarb hit a ball back to the pitcher his first time up as well, but Green was able to make that play. In fact, it was a bunt attempt as that first pitch on the outside edge for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 on the way. This one a little bit outside off the edge. Trying to see exactly how wide the home plate umpire was going to let him go, as the pitches count now 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Again, breaking pitch off the edge, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike on Ebarb. The 2-1 offering. Again, a little roller. This time Green hustles off the mound, straightens and throws him out. And he's now shut down the Century offense and put them out in order 3 times this game as he gets them in order. And he's retired 7 in a row since that ball hit back off of him up the middle. Nothing across here in the top of the 5th. We'll go bottom 5. It's still Preston 2, Century 1.
KACH.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Not too long ago, we found ourselves really needing to have our carpets cleaned. Dirt, stains, pet hair, and remnants of all those chemicals trying to melt snow from last winter had our carpets looking dull, dingy, and ugly. We called Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah, and in a very short time, they had our carpets looking like new. Not only did they clean our carpets, but they got up all that leftover pet hair to the point where you couldn't tell that we had pets in the house at all. It was like we had brand new carpets all over again. So if you live anywhere in Cache County or in Box Elder County, call Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah at 435-752-6100 and let them take care of your carpets. You won't be disappointed. We weren't. 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of North.
KACH.
Bottom of the 5th we go, 2-1 Preston. Today's game brought to you in part by West Motors in Preston and in Logan, as they're having their big graduation sale. If you have a student graduating from high school or from college and they need a vehicle, well, West Motors might be your option. They have new Fords, Chryslers, Plymouth, Jeeps, and Dodge trucks. And, of course, they are your only choice that you need to make in both in Preston and in Logan. West Motors, stop by and save today during their big graduation sale. As we got a new pitcher on here for the Century Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 5th inning, as Eli Blackhawk is going to come in to pitch. So Blackhawk will take over on the mound as Trulson goes 4 innings today and gives up a pair of runs and leaves trailing. Leaves trailing 1-0 or 2-1, I should say. Trulson allowed 5 hits, walked 1, and struck out 2 in his outing today, as it'll be Carson Chug to lead off here in the bottom of inning number 5 here for the Preston Indians. Chug then back to the top of the order, and Tate Green and Ashton Madsen against Eli Blackhawk. Trulson takes over at second base for Blackhawk, so they simply just flip positions. So here's Chug, and the first pitch from Blackhawk is swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. Pretty good breaking pitch from Eli. As he rocks and comes home with the next pitch. It's hit in the air, foul off the first base side. Gramet coming over to have a look, but it's going to land on top of the first base dugout, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. On Carson Chug to lead off here in the bottom of inning number 5. Of course, whether you agree with the fact that Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame or not, as the pitch is down low, 1-2. Today was the day, on this date in 1999, that he had received his ban from baseball from then-Commissioner Bartlett Giamatti. As the ball hit in the air to center field, Cook has to go back a few steps, but he's there and makes the catch for the out. So 1 out, back to the top of the order, and Tate Green will come up. Giamatti, who had made the declaration that Rose had bet on baseball, is the report given to him by the special master. And they decided that was it, that Pete was going to be banned from baseball, and that included entrance into the Hall of Fame. As the pitch is swung on and missed by Green, which is interesting in the fact that the Major League Baseball office has no control over what happens with the Baseball Hall of Fame. But any ban from baseball still stands as the pitch to Green bounces up there, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Entrance into the Baseball Hall of Fame, of course, is by the Baseball Writers Association. As the pitch is swung on and check that is over for a strike, I should say, and it's 1-2. And Rose, who his name has not appeared on the ballot since. A lot of people write his name in, just almost like a protest, but it's not. Those votes are not counted. As up high again the pitch, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tate Green with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 2-2. That's hit in the air to also into center field. And again, Cook's got to come up this time, but he's there and makes the catch. A couple of fly balls to center field, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. So here's Ashton Madsen, who singled, scored a run, struck out, 1 for 2 on the day. Also on this date in 1981, Expos pitcher Charlie Lee threw a no-hitter. He shut out the Giants 4-0, and he became the first, and the pitch is outside to Madsen, ball 1. He became the first French-born pitcher to accomplish the feat of throwing a no-hitter. The 24-year-old, at the time, right-hander, was born in Orleans, France. As the pitch to Madsen is over for a strike. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Madsen. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, is over again, and it's 1-2. Also on this date in 1999, Nomar Garciaparra hit 2 grand slams in the same game. As that pitch is outside to Madsen, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was a 12-4 rout of the Seattle Mariners at Fenway Park, as the Red Sox shortstop became the first American League player to drive in 10 runs in a game since his fellow Red Sox player, Fred Lynn, had done it, as the pitch to Madsen bounces up there, and now the count is full, 3-2. Lynn did that back in 1975, the 3-2 pitch. That's whacked to center, but again, there's Cook. He's going to get all 3 of them. Yes, and does. As 3 fly balls to center, and Preston goes out in order for the first time today as they go out 1-2-3 here in the bottom of inning number 5. We'll go to the 6th. It's still Preston 2, Century 1.
KACH.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
KACH. KACH.
Well, we go to the sixth inning this afternoon. Preston still clinging to that 1-run lead at 2-1 as Tate Green has retired 7 in a row as he goes to work here in the top of the sixth inning.
Top of the order.
As Century starts from the top of the order, Jed Anderson, Tyler Schill, and Eli Blackhawk. Green's, as we mentioned, he's retired 7 in a row. He's done that for the second time this game. He did it earlier in the game as well, as the first pitch to Anderson's a breaking ball that he chases off the plate, and it's 0-1. He got the last 2 outs in the first inning, retired the side in order in the second, and then got the first 2 outs in the third as he retired 7 in a row the first time around as well. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's over, and it's 1-2. Anderson 0 for 2 on the day has popped up and struck out. Green ready again. Here's the 1-2 offering. It's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're talking about some things that happened on this date in baseball history. First, the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, shallow left. Coming up on the ball is the left fielder, Chug, but he's there and makes the catch.
Makes the catch for out number 1.
So 1 out here in the 6th. That's 8 in a row now retired by Green, and that'll bring up Tyler Schill, the last man to reach base against him. That's only because he tattooed one right off of Green his last time up as he reached on the single that Green was not able to catch, but he knocked down simply in self-defense. And the first pitch home to Schill, it goes off speed just to try to show Tyler something new, and does it with a big grin on his face. They're kind of laughing about it. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. One other thing that happened on this date in baseball history, the 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, it's up high, ball 2, was on this date in 1970, Hoyt Wilhelm became the first major leaguer to appear in 1,000 games as a pitcher. He was 47 years of age at the time. Time called as Schill asks for timeout and backs out. The Braves knuckleballer would end his 21-year career in 1972 with 1,070 overall appearances. The 2-0 pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way to Schill. Hit it foul back into the screen. It stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wilhelm is also a great answer to a trivia question. Wilhelm, a member of a very select club of major leaguers, guys who hit home runs in their first major league at bat. Ground ball to short. England has that, goes across in time for the out.
6-3 put out for out number.
So there's 2 outs, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Eli Blackhawk. So the trivia question that Wilhelm is the answer to is this.
Eli Blackhawk, the batter.
Name the major leaguer who hit a home run in his first at-bat and never hit another home run the rest of his career. It's Hoyt Wilhelm. Two outs here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Blackhawk, breaking ball, missed inside, had him backing off on the pitch. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Start talking about players of yesterday and long ago. Blackhawk bailed out on that first pitch. The second pitch is up and in as well, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Roy Campanella, who was the Dodger catcher when they were still in Brooklyn, when he would have batters backing out on that or bailing out on an inside pitch as the pitch is low again, ball 3, he used to refer to it that they would get the old jelly leg, as that front leg just they couldn't plant it because it was on its way down toward third base because they were bailing out on the pitch. As the 3-0 pitch is a fastball over for a strike, and it's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way. That's ripped to left, but it's hit right at Chug. As for the 3rd inning today, Tate Green has retired the side in order. As Century goes out again, 1-2-3, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still Preston 2, Century 1.
KACH.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NC.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Chase Oxborough will lead it off here for the Preston Indians as we go to the bottom of inning number 6. They lead 2-1 as Tate Green has retired 10 in a row since taking that line drive off of his midsection. It has only allowed 3 hits in the game. So here we go, bottom 6. Chase Oxborough the lead off. He's singled and walked and takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Oxborough, Inglet, and Inglet. Sounds like a law firm. Outfield pretty much straight away against Chase, and the next pitch is over for a strike again, and it's 0-2. I didn't think the strike zone could get much wider, but certainly against Oxborough it certainly appears to, as the next pitch is up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So I guess it only goes wide. It doesn't go up and down. Doesn't get any taller against Oxborough, the tallest player on the Preston roster, as the breaking pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Today's game brought to you by Stokes Market, True Value. From produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, now fresh bakery, fresh deli, and fresh sushi made daily as well. It's Stokes Market, True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. The pitch is popped up. Third base side, it's the shortstop, Blackhawk, to make the play. So Oxborough pops up. That's the first out. And now here is the shortstop, Justin Inglet, who has hit a ground ball to the first baseman, and his last time up hit an absolute blur down to the third baseman, Anderson, who caught it and turned it into a double play. First pitch to Inglet is down low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Inglet, who has 5 hits in 14 at-bats coming in against Century, hits that ball in the air to center. Cook is there again, comes up about a half dozen steps and makes the catch. After getting all 3 outs last inning, he has 1 more here in the bottom of the 6th, and there's 2 outs. So with 2 outs, you're about to bring up Davin Inglet, who's flew out to center and flew out to right, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. So still with 5 hits this year against Century, Justin Inglet probably has one of the highest batting averages head-to-head. Is Davin Inglet, first ball swing, hits the ball in the air to right field. As coming up to make the catch is Ebarb, and Preston rolls over here in the bottom of the 6th inning as they go out in order 1, 2, 3. So Blackhawk has retired all 6 men that he has faced, and we'll go to the 7th. After 6, it's Preston 2, Century 1.
KACH.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial, or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and...
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, we've reached the 7th inning. As here in the top of the 7th inning, it will be Deacon Blackhawk, Gunnar Trulson, and Blake Phelan due up to face Tate Green, who's retired 10 in a row and has not allowed a man to reach base since the 3rd inning. As the pitch to Deacon Blackhawk is down low, ball 1. Deacon 0 for 2, struck out, grounded out. And the next pitch again is down low, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 on the way. Misses outside, ball 3. Today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Whatever you need for your car, stop in where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. 17 South State Street in Preston. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Blackhawk. Takes something off, just throws one right down Broadway. Just kind of a get me over. Here it is, hit it. 3-0 pitch, and Blackhawk taking all the way, and it's now 3-1. The 3-1 pitch hit foul, rolls and runs the count full 3-2. Century, through the first 6 innings of the game, have only had 3 people reach base today. All of them singles. And the 3-2 pitch to Blackhawk, taking ball 4. That's the first walk given up today by Tate Green, and the first time that Century has had the leadoff man aboard in an inning.
McCurdy, the batter for Trulson.
So McCurdy is going to come up and hit. As the first pitch is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the next pitch, is hit foul with the runner going, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So McCurdy hitting for Turleson. Kind of thought we'd see McCurdy on the mound today, but he's been suffering from a bit of a shoulder problem and has not been allowed to throw the ball, but he can swing the bat. And he's up here to pinch hit here in the 7th inning and falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Runner over at first base, Blackhawk. And the next pitch is swung on and bust. I'll tell you what, breaking pitch absolutely just tied McCurdy up as he just tried to hack at it just to get a piece of it, but he went down on strikes, and it's another strikeout here for Green. And Green's going to reach his pitch limit, and he's going to leave here with 1 out in the 7th inning. So he lost his string of 10 in a row, retired with the leadoff walk to open up the inning, but then he gets McCurdy to strike out as we'll have a new pitcher to come in here for the Preston Indians. Take a quick timeout. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is right after this.
KACH.
The KACH Cash Magnet Contest is here, and you can win money just by listening to your radio. Simply pick up one of the cash magnets available many places around town and be listening after 7 o'clock each weekday morning as I will call out a 4-digit number. If your magnet has that 4-digit number, you'll have 1 minute and 5 seconds to call the radio station, and you could win the cash jackpot of the day. If no one wins, the cash prize will go up $5 a day. Find a cash magnet, be listening weekday mornings, and get ready to win with FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH.
New pitcher is Justin Inglet, who comes in to pick up. And we have another pinch hitter here. Who is it? Cameron Packard, the pinch hitter. As the runner goes, the pitch swung out and missed. The throw through is not in time. So Blackhawks steal second base. And it's 0-2 on the pinch hitter, Cameron Packard. So the tying run at second base, and the 0-2 pitch to Packard. Swung on and missed. Packard goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Justin Inglet, and the 8th Century Diamondback to go down on strikes today. So here is, with 2 outs, the first baseman, Gabe Gramet, who's 0 for 2.
Gramet, the batter.
Gramet flew out, grounded out, and now they got Blackhawk picked off. As they throw behind him, they throw to third, out. No, is he? They call him safe? Yes, they did. So it'll be a stolen base.
Blackhawk reaches safe to third. With 2 out.
And with 2 outs, the tying run now at third base with Gramet at the plate. And the first pitch to him is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. So now we're down to their last out. Century trying to get the tying run across. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Should Preston hold on and win, they will go play Pocatello tomorrow. If Century should get the run in, well, we'll play on. Here's the 1-1. Hit to center. It's going to fall. We're tied at 2. As Hess will get it back in. As Gramet singles to tie the game. So Blackhawk walked, stole second, stole third, and comes in on the RBI single by Gramet to tie the game. So that'll bring up the center fielder, Ben Cook, who flew out and grounded out. So the first pitch here from Inglet, that's down low, as Gramet stays over at first base. So if you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning for Preston, they'll have Hadley, Wynn, and Hess. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters. But we still got work to do here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Good fastball that he threw by Cook, and it's 1-1. So a ball and a strike. Wind starting to blow just a little bit harder, but it's still not a real strong wind, blowing from the left field corner out toward right center field as they go to first base and Gramet back to the bag. As Cook backs out for a moment, now climbs back in. And Inglet up on top in the next pitch. Hit foul, and it's 1-2. So Century with a run in the first and didn't score again until here in the top of the 7th, but Preston only has 2 of their own, and it's a 2-2 tie here in the 7th inning. And the 2-2 pitch is popped up, short center. Hess is there, puts the squeeze on it, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning, but not before Century ties the game on 1 run, on 1 hit, and the RBI single by Gramet, but they leave him out there on the bases, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 2-2 tie.
KACA. In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
The limbic arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the limbic arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any
KACH.
So here we go, bottom of the 7th inning in a 2-2 tie. Here in Preston will come up with Trevin Hadley, Damon Wynn, and Braden Hess. Between them here on the afternoon, they are 3 for 5 plus a walk. So here we go with Hess at the plate. Eli Blackhawk on the mound, and the first ball swinging popped up into short center. In fact, it's not even going to make it that far. It'll be the second baseman to make the play as Turleson, 1 pitch, 1 out. So 1 out. Now here's Damon Wynn.
Damon Wynn now batting.
Wynn singled and lined out. He was also out 7-6-4 earlier in the game as he was thrown out. He rounded second base too wide on his single and takes a first pitch from Blackhawk over for a strike. The 0-1 pitch on the way. That's hit toward the gap. That's going to split the gap, and it's going to roll to the fence. Win to second base. He's going to keep on going to third, and the winning run is at third base with 1 out.
Wynn stretches one to 3-bagger to right.
So Wynn hits one in the gap in right center field. It goes as a triple, and Preston has the winning run standing at third base. Now here is Hess at the plate. Braden 1 for 2 today. Now see what Century has in mind. They're just going to bring the infield in, and they're going to pitch to Hess. So Braden has a chance to win it for Preston, and the first pitch is hit back up the middle into center field. The win comes home, and Preston will win it 3-2. So Hess ends up the game with 2 hits today. And the second, an RBI single to center to score win. Preston is not only well, they are alive, and they will play Pocatello tomorrow in the first game of the district championship. So Preston wins it 3-2 as they get a run in the bottom of the 7th inning, and we'll play on tomorrow. Back over in Pocatello. We'll tell you about that on the postgame show, which is coming up next.
Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Kim Dry of Northern Utah. If you're in Cache or Box Elder County, they can clean and protect your home or business for greater peace of mind. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all of the parts you'll need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. And by S&T Electric. When you're doing remodeling, addition, or building a new home, they are there for all of your electrical needs. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
It's a beautiful day for the ladies, so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today. Wow!
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
No winner on Monday, so your next chance to win in the KCH Money Magnet Contest comes up during the 7 o'clock hour on Tuesday morning. Another $5 goes into the jackpot, and the jackpot will go up to $160. See if we can give it away on a Tuesday during the 7 o'clock hour. We'll call out that lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner. $160 in the jackpot on Preston's Home for Fun, Information and Music, FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, and the all-new KACH Radio.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for the Preston Indian Postgame Show. Coming up, we'll review the just completed game, name our player of the game, take a look at the scoreboard, and what's on tap for the Indians. It's all up next on the Preston Indian Postgame Show.
Well, a heck of a ball game, one that was certainly live up to the idea of an elimination game as Preston gets a run in the bottom of the 7th inning to win it by the final score of 3-2. As the Century Diamondbacks jumped out to an early 1-0 lead with an unearned run in the top of the 1st inning. Preston was able to come back and tie the game in the bottom of the 2nd with 1 out. Trevin Hadley singled, moved to second base, and then went to 3rd on a hit by Damon Wynn when the left fielder mishandled the ball, and he again, Hadley was finally able to come in as Braden Hess drove in the run with a single, as Preston put 3 straight hits together in the 2nd inning and scored a run, and we were tied at 1. Preston took a 2-1 lead with in the bottom of the 3rd with 1 out. Madsen singled. Again, the left fielder this time mishandled the ball, and he moved up to second base, and then Chase Oxborough singled the next batter in the right field as Madsen scored, and it was 2-1 at that point, as Preston really at that point left it into the hands of their starting pitcher Tate Green, who then in the 3rd inning with 1 out took a line drive off his arm, went down for a moment, was able to get up and continue, but then after that he just went out and just shut down the Century offense. He retired the next 10 men that he faced and didn't give up another base runner until the leadoff man, Deacon Blackhawk, walked in the top of the 7th inning. After he struck out the next batter, the pinch hitter, Caden McCurdy, he was taken out as he had reached his pitch limit. They brought in Justin Inglet. He struck out the pinch hitter, Cameron Packard. They gave up an RBI single to Gabe Gramet that actually ended up tying the game at 2-2. But then he came back and got Ben Cook to fly out to end the top of the 7th inning. We went to the bottom of the 7th in a 2-2 tie. Trevin Hadley led off the bottom of the 7th inning for the Indians as he popped up to the second baseman for the first out. And then Damon Wynn, who doesn't get a lot of chances to play, came up with 1 out and nobody on, and he hit a ball into the gap in right center field, and the very speedy Wynn just let his feet just fly, and he ended up all the way over at third base without a play. It was a stand-up triple, and the winning run was at third base. Then with Braden Hess at the plate and the infield up, the first pitch to Hess, he got just enough of the ball as he rolled it back through the middle, just out of the reach of the diving Deacon Blackhawk into center field. Wynn would score, Hess with the RBI single, and Preston wins it by the final score of 3-2 here this afternoon, as Preston will play on tomorrow as they'll play at Pocatello. We'll tell you about that coming up in just a few minutes. Final totals for Preston to win it: 3 runs on 7 hits. They committed 1 error today, and they left 4 men on base. Century with 2 runs on 4 hits. They had 2 errors in the game, and they left 3 on base. The pitchers of record in the game end up being the 2 pitchers in relief, as Justin Inglet came in to get the last 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning, and he ends up with the win this afternoon as Preston pushes across the winning run in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Eli Blackhawk, who pitched very well over his 3 innings of relief, didn't give up anything until the triple and the winning RBI single. He is the hard luck loser here this afternoon as Preston wins it 3-2 in a game that took 1 hour and 47 minutes to play here this afternoon. So Preston wins it 3-2. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll tell you about our player of the game coming up right after this.
KACA.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
KACH.
Time to announce our player of the game here this afternoon. Our player of the game has to be nobody else than the starting pitcher for the Preston Indians, Tate Green. Although he didn't figure in the final outcome of the game, he went 6 1/3, gave up a total of 3 hits in the game. Both runs were charged to him, as even though the RBI single by Gabe Gramet pushed across the run in the top of the 7th inning, it's still charged to Green, who walked Blackhawk to open the inning, as he gave up 2 run, 1 earned. That walk was the only walk that he gave up the whole day, and he ends up striking out 7. At the plate, however, he was 0 for 3, but that's okay. They needed a big performance from him on the mound, and that's exactly what they got, as he goes 6 1/3, but he has a no decision and struck out 7. Our player of the game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area here in Preston. For information on how you can have a new home built for your needs or desires, call 435-232-1837 for Ralph's Construction. Take our final timeout. We'll come back and we'll tell you about Preston, how they'll play on tomorrow. We'll tell you more about it coming up right after this.
KACH.
We've all heard it said, if you aren't first, you're last. So why not start out first with the #1 brand for driver appeal and initial quality for mass market brands when you celebrate Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Celebrate with 0% financing for 72 months or other cash discount offers on select models. Rules apply. So we ask, are you going to be first or last? Choose to be first with Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
WestMotorCompany.com.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
KACH.
Well, welcome back here to the postgame show as the Preston Indians will live on to play tomorrow as they'll travel back over to Pocatello at Hollowell Field to take on the Pocatello Indians tomorrow afternoon. Game time is at 4 o'clock. Our coverage will get underway at 3:45 again tomorrow afternoon as the Preston Indians will try again to knock off the Pocatello Indians. If they do win tomorrow, they'll play Game 5 of the tournament, the district tournament, which would be back here on Wednesday. But again, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. They have to win a game tomorrow afternoon first against Pocatello. Again, first pitch tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We'll have coverage for you tomorrow afternoon starting at 3:45. So until then, I'm Dan Hubbard speaking for our executive producer of KCH Radio Sports, Val Cook, and our studio coordinator this afternoon, John Beverly. I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching on mylocalradio.com as the Preston Indians will play again tomorrow as they knock off the Century Diamondbacks today by the final score of 3-2. From Tony Hansen Field here in Preston, good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.